Next up, she's a first timer, please. So a big warm 10x9 Zoom welcome for Trish Bennett.
How are you folks? Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yes.
Yeah? Because there's someone's pedaling a bicycle outside here to get the internet to work. So I'm hoping it'll work for us and for Mana. I just want to say thanks, Padraig and Paul, for inviting me on. I'm delighted. And I'm going to do a quick wee plug, a short one. Thanking Funny Pearls magazine for publishing this originally, this wee memoir piece, and also to Biddy and Raymond for Flash Fiction Armagh. It's coming out in their new anthology soon, The Brambley, Volume 2. So, sorry, I'm a wee bit nervous. I'm not used to doing Zoom 10x9s or 10x9s. So, it's about, you know, those times when we used to have holidays, decent holidays, and this story is about the effects of jet lag, and I never thought I'd say it, but I can't wait to suffer it again. Time zoned. It was that God-forsaken hour when right-minded folk are asleep. Not my mind. It had endured 24 hours of body squeezed together as we humped ourselves across the globe. Now it flirted with the time zone like a floozy. I envied himself, lying beside me in full snore. That way he could slip into sleep. Herself had a Ted gripped under each arm as she lay in the little cot nearby. She took after the father. The beads of sweat were damp on her hair, her beautiful auburn hair. A heat rash had begun on her pale cheeks. She wasn't built for this climate. The tip-tap began like an echo in the jungle. I thought of the story I'd read to my daughter earlier that night. Mog, the cat who was scared of the dark. Had Judith Kerr, Mog had dreamt that a monster mouse-dog bird was chasing him. I wonder, had Judith Kerr, the author, seen one at crazy o'clock on her holidays? And the adults wouldn't believe, so she wrote a children's story to warn them. They'd believe her. I believed her. The bloody thing was on the roof, leaping between the chalet and the trees as it shouted, "Cack, cack." Shit. It was humming in harmony with our air conditioning. Was Aliens based on a true story? Sigourney Weaver and her alien roadshow were about to land in on top of us. I realized what the monster was when the taps turned to full. Rain here was not like rain at home. There was none of this, maybe it will, maybe it won't, sure, bring a coat just in case. No, rain here was someone turning on a power shower, then heading off to make a cup of tea and rummaging for 10 minutes in the kitchen cupboard for those nice chocolate digestives for dunking. Curse you, Google. The plethora of facts I'd learnt were coming back to haunt me. The Shangri-La Philangili Resort and Spa has a mound on its golf course 16 feet above sea level. When guests tee off, they've scaled the highest point in the Maldives. We were nowhere near the Shangri-La. Our island hadn't even a hillock. Scientists have speculated that the entire region could be underwater in less than 100 years due to the effects of global warming. Had their prediction arrived early? trust us to be on time for the apocalypse. Flood waters can rise to over 30 feet. Flash floods can sweep cars away with only 2 feet of water. Can golf buggies float? The Nemo reef that surrounded the island was stunning, but was it worth drowning over? No matter, for we'd soon be swimming with the fishes. I racked my tortured brain for something useful. A man was rescued after going 7 miles out to sea on a lilo. Thank Christ I'd packed the lilos. No point lying low now though. I'll have to get up and check the water levels in case I have to wake Farticus to get him to inflate the rafts. At last, there's a use for all that wind of his. I switched on the porch light and stepped out to face the tsunami. A wave of wet heat wrapped itself around me. The air smelt of the tropical ravine and the botanic gardens back home. I inhaled it deep into my lungs. God, it felt good. Rain clattered onto the corrugated roof, drowning out the sound of the ocean. I watched it steer into the corrugations, pouring out as a waterfall in front. The sand below drank it up. I realized this place was used to this. It was I who needed to adjust. It'd be a sin to waste that warm shower. My inner child wanted to dance and splash in the puddles on the path, but the inner mother held tight with a tut. Coral sand's a devil to wash off. Besides, we have to keep the place clean for the cleaner. Can't have them thinking we're hellions. Besides, if our Asian neighbour looked out, the sight of a semi-naked Irish ghost having a conniption fit in the downpour might scare the bejesus out of them. I compromised with myself by standing at the edge of the torrent to let the shower caress my legs. When I stretched out my arms, the charge of energy trickled through my fingers. The water was working its magic. My mind began to slow. I slipped back into bed and let the sound of the monsoon sweep me away. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Trish. Thank you very much. That was great. Where are you based, Trish?
I'm outside of Enniskillen in Fermanagh.
Oh, right.
I'm standing in a puddle in the Maldives at the moment.
I like your backdrop. That's your photo.
That's my photo, yeah, yeah.
Lovely. I have to say I feel slightly cheated by these backdrops that people have uploaded because I want a good nosy into your living rooms or your whatever rooms you're in. So for those of you who are giving us an insight into your domestic life, we very much appreciate it.